Hello, this is David Fastides. We're going to be working on an Ultrasaber. Um, my cousin loves these things, and he asked me to do some work on it. But it's going to be a pretty quick one. This is my approach to the repair on it. Um, I don't think there's any real good reason to get inside of them. Okay, so what we have is we have one of these battery blocks here. Okay, and what happens is from beating around on it, you bust a side of it off or whatever. Okay. Um, so my approach to doing this repair is instead of pulling out the switch, which this might be quote unquote a lazy man's way to do it, but I think it's more to it than that. I don't want to. I foresee him having more issues with this because of the fact that he's going to be in and out of it replacing batteries. So he's going to be disturbing those wires. He's going to be breaking wires. He's going to be breaking more stuff on these. They really need to have a charge port put somewhere on them. And I think the manufacturer, the guy that makes these things, would be smarter just to sell them, you know, pre-done with a battery. I mean, they're not that expensive for a battery. You know, I mean overall you're looking at a total of 10 more bucks, or I think because I can find a lipo pack for 7 bucks. You know, and just have a lipo charger inside of it. Or even if because they have a lipo, you know, charger for that stuff that you can actually have it small enough to even plug on the side of it. I'm actually thinking about making one to actually put on one, but we'll probably get to that on a different day. Um, I don't like the fact of having to disturb this all the time. I think this should be all encased in there, undisturbed, where you don't disturb it on a daily basis. So the way he's using them, to go out and have fun with them, and he's breaking them, which I guess that part of it is normal. But then again, it's because they're made to beat on. The Ultra Sabers are made to combat with them. Um, but for them to be made to be taken apart all at that level, for them to be combat rated, in my opinion, that's not the case because if they were combat rated like that, they wouldn't have this in there. They'd have a lipo wrapped in, foam or something like that, with a vent port on the bottom of it, and something to that degree. It, it wouldn't be that much more to have that kind of setup in one of these. I just don't see why it's not done, or even at least offered. Um, Even the batteries we're running into with them on the Ultra Sabers, where they have oh, what kind of batteries they have? They have um, lithium ion cells, the 14650s, I do believe, and they've done two of them. And well, when you bounce it around, it shuts off. I mean, come on, you need to have solid connections. It's a no brainer, especially for something you're saying is a combat rated device. I mean, that shouldn't be in there to even start with, to even talk about something that breaks. Okay, um, and to be having to remove that stuff. I mean, he's got that board on there and everything with a bunch of wires on the end of it, pulling it out the bottom of that thing, and I'm like, I'm surprised he hasn't yanked the wire out of it. I mean, he's gentle with it, but as much strain as you do when you're pulling that thing out, just from the wires being, wrapped up inside. Let's see here, just from having the wires being wrapped up inside there. Okay, just that strain alone is enough to break a solder joint or something. Um, so I'd really like to see him, correct that. Stop using this and really get to something, that's sustainable instead of unsustainable. Um, But anyway, we're just gonna do a real quick repair on it. I don't, like I said, I don't want to get in there in them wires if I don't have to. I don't want to strip it down. So we're gonna need some heat shrink. Right here. Just get us a little piece like that. Which is already trimmed it back. I already cut my wires and everything. Um, Although I do have to say, Ultrasabers are really cool. I just don't believe. I believe he's missed a spot, and it's a big one. Because these things are breaking a year out of their warranty. I mean, I would like to see it to where that's not the case. That shouldn't be the case. You shouldn't have a lifespan of that fast. And it's not just one saber. I'm talking about he's bought, between him and his friends, I know they've bought at least 10 sabers. And every one of them, not a question of which one or what did he do, but every one of them have breaking. So now when I put this wire together, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna put them crisscross them, okay, kind of. Maybe not all the way to the hilt of the wire, but I'm gonna twist them over each other. He says there's another group out there, which I don't know anything about. I'm not a connoisseur of this, but he's talking like there's another group out there that's even worse. So I don't know. Since there's another group out there that I don't know, their sticks break too easy, and which I gotta say that I've went out there and beat on them myself, and they don't break very easy on the staffs, which that's great. I think that they've you know come up a great deal on that. But then when you got uh, when you got a staff that you can beat on like that, then you need to really think about what you're doing inside the case of it. And really think twice about what you're calling it. Which I grant you, the staffs are, I mean I don't know what you'd call it, the blades. There you go. The blades. I just went and did that. Didn't put my heat shrink on there. Just watched me do that, didn't you? Just got carried away. So I think we're gonna go and get some lipos. I think, and look at putting lipos in these things. I don't know about a charge port yet. We're even talking about getting some different soundboards and using them. I don't know why them soundboards are so expensive. I think they just found a niche and for what these things are. It tells me how much these things cost sometimes. I'm like, geez, it's just a piece of aluminum or stainless. here. If y'all have any suggestions on good cameras, you guys that don't cost a fortune, would you please tell me? I'd like to get one. I don't know, these cell phones seem like they have about the best so far that I've looked in my price range. I got a Note 4 here that I'm using. Seems to be doing a pretty good job. It just wants to turn off, and because of I guess it just runs too long. It only lets it run for so many minutes before it shuts off. Okay, well, there they are. You notice I still use that flux even on the wires. Just soldering the wire together, man. You'd be surprised at the amount of difference. You know, just doing something like that. Just doing a little bit of flux on a wire. I do use marine grade. Wait for that to cool down there. I do use marine grade. Heat shrink. Sorry. I use marine grade heat shrink. I don't have it in the normal stuff. I'd go ahead and cover that, but I think it's just fine like it is. I like to keep that stuff sealed. I don't have any batteries. Oh, I think he picked them up. But anyway, that's what I think it is. I think the best way to do that is leave yourself something to trim back there. Uh, there's no reason to get into this thing for as many times as something like this is going to break. The other thing that I would say is what I've told them to do is you get some foam, like some, thin foam about like that. Um, get you a sheet of it, and then wrap it around it, and then put it in there. But you leave a little lip so that you can grab that foam and pull this out instead of slapping it out. Because what they were doing is they're going like this to get these parts out of there. It's just like with the soundboard one. Why don't you put like a, you know, I don't know, a ribbon. Like all it take is a piece of ribbon. Mount a piece of ribbon, glue it to it, the main body of it, and pull the ribbon out so that they don't have to, sling them things out there like that. But there it is. And that's how you fix an Ultrasaber battery pack on the ones that do not have a soundboard. Again, I think we're probably going to do some more stuff with these Ultrasabers. We'll go over, maybe doing some more work with them, maybe adding a, lipo pack like we're talking about, and whatnot in the near future, I think. But for now, I think that's going to be it. Man, I wish I had some batteries. All right, but anyway, like it, don't like it, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.